Higher, yeah, right there.
Moving to a different country is always difficult, especially when you have a family.
There are many different challenges that parents face when they arrive in Canada, in a new place where they haven't ever lived before. Many don't know the language, so they need to figure out how things work and how to find resources and how to ask questions.
The challenges for me and my family was the first language. And after a few months, we were challenged by weather.
Learning to drive in a new country.
In the winter?
In the winter, yes. For me, it was challenging because this was, I'm in a totally new country.
You may wonder how parenting here is the same or different from your home country.
We really are hoping that we can help parents to be more relaxed about all of that once they understand that things might not actually be so different here, but we also want to make sure that they feel comfortable, that they know what the expectations are and what the limits are so that they don't have to feel that fear and anxiety.
Most parents, no matter where they live or where they come from, have one thing in common. They want their children to be happy and healthy and have good relationships with their parents and other people. Canada, like many countries, has moved away from using physical and emotional punishment. When children are punished, they can feel angry, hurt, and afraid, and this has a bad effect on their ability to learn. Children learn better when you help them feel loved and safe, and when they are given information, guidance, and support. This is called positive discipline.
In Canada overall, what we're moving to very quickly is a greater emphasis on long-term learning as opposed to trying to get the child to obey me right now. We're starting to see discipline as something very different from obedience and as instead something that's really rooted in the relationship and in the communication between the parent and the child.
Parents are their children's first and most important teachers. When parents use positive discipline, their children will want to be with them and learn from them all through their life.
The first thing that happens in a child's life is the establishment of trust in the parent. So when the parent hurts the child, either by hitting them or pinching them or slapping them, is that those things chip away at the child's trust in the parent. So the child might obey because they don't want those things to happen, because it's so hurtful. But when it does happen, the child starts to feel, I can't trust this person. That leads to high levels of anxiety in the child. And if the child can't express that, or it comes out in crying or tantrums or anger, and the parent again punishes the child learns they have to keep all that inside. Parents, adults, have other places that they can express their feelings. The child really doesn't. And so if they can't express their feelings for fear of punishment, it really starts to affect their mental health.
Positive discipline helps form a trusting relationship with your child, building a strong emotional connection known as attachment. This attachment is essential for healthy brain development throughout your child's growing years. When your children have been through stress, like moving to another country, for example, it's important to consider their feelings in your expectations of their behavior.
Well, we know that many adults, in fact, I would say all adults, at some time or other, have a difficult time expressing their frustration or dealing with their stress in a constructive way. Imagine how much harder it is for a child who's not even 2 years old yet, or not even 4 years old yet. They just don't have the experience. They don't know that those feelings will end. When we're having our tantrums, we know it's going to end at some point. When a 2-year-old is having a tantrum, they don't know that that's ever going to stop, and they are terrified. And so just like when we're feeling stressed and we need somebody to just sit and talk with us. We need attention. Giving a child attention at that time is not spoiling them. It's about showing them I'm here for you. And that's the most important thing they can learn.
Stress is one of the biggest challenges for newcomer families. It's hard for parents to help children manage their stress when they are feeling overwhelmed themselves. As parents, you can do some simple things to help manage your stress and become a more supportive parent.
Every day is a stress. Dealing with it, it's like when you're talking with somebody, a friend or a loved ones, or sometimes I do the sing and dance. Sing and dance just to put away all my stress.
Just by sitting outside, looking at the nature is what distresses me. Photography is one thing that I like. I don't know how good I am, but I just go out there, just shoot. Nature is something that I really love to see.
I do some things that I enjoy to do. Sometimes, if I'm stressed and I try to read, it doesn't work. I try to sing, it doesn't work. Usually, I took the phone and call back home or call a friend so that we talk to remove that stress.
If we can't control everything going on around us, one thing we can do is try to calm our own nervous system. And one of the things that we do in positive discipline is help parents really recognize the stresses that they're under and develop ways that work for them to calm themselves.
The stress you feel is also felt by the children. Some signs of stress in children can be hitting, yelling, crying, or being very quiet or withdrawn. Positive discipline can help.
When they come from school, they're all stressed and they're too tired. If I see something on their face that is not like they're not talking or they're just sitting down and like they don't see me, I kind of observe them first. And then after that, I will approach slowly. It's like you're not picking or you're not spying on them because they hate that. And they want their space mostly.
What I do is I watch movies and I love to watch comedies. And most of the time I will try to get the boys to watch with me. So they'd pick a movie and we'll watch together. And like Vijay said, what we do is after watching the movie, there would be some part that I'll pick out and we talk about it. And somehow bring it back and connect it to our situations, our daily situations, somehow. And the boys are like, Mom, you sort of like know how to do it, don't you? You bring it back to it. I say, yeah, that's how it works. Life is like that. And you know, movies are based on people's life stories. And I think they're similar to ours as well, some of them.
When I'm overcome by stress, what I need most is not someone to walk away from me or to hit me or to tell me I'm being a baby. What I need most is to have somebody there who says, it's going to be okay. I'm here. Just let it out and we'll talk about it and we'll figure it out.
It's okay to ask for help. Canada has a strong system of family support to help you be the parent you want to be. Talk to your settlement worker, your doctor, your nurse, your children's teachers, or other parents in your community. They can connect you to an agency that can help.
It is tough raising children in the new country. One thing is because of the weather. Second thing, because of the social structure. Third thing is because of they're starting everything all over again. To minimize their burden, positive discipline in everyday parenting is one thing I strongly recommend for every parent. Involving themselves in the community as a volunteer will help them tremendously as well. You might think, hey, why am I supposed to work? Because I come from a country where volunteer, what? Volunteer? Who volunteer their time for doing this and that? No, but if that gives you a chance to get to know people, establish your base Why not?
I've been through it also. And it's not easy. Yeah, it's easy to say, but it's hard to do. But eventually, soon you will realize this is a good country for you.
When you're new to a place, it's the hardest time of all. But over time, there will be a lot of things will change. They will make friends. They'll find out where the supports are in the community. You get to understand the language a lot better, and that can happen quite quickly. It will just become more comfortable and more like home with each day that goes by. And it just takes some optimism and belief that things will get better, and they do. They always do.